So today I decided that I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done in a while. I'm going to be doing a shard pulling video. Let's do this. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hollywood here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. On today's video, what I'm going to be doing is doing a shard pulling video. Something I haven't done in a little while here, about a month or so. If we go over to our summoning portal here, we have a 2x event on for ancient shards, and I have 80 of them right now. These have been saved up for a while, mostly through clan boss. The best thing to do with these kind of events usually is to wait until there is some sort of 2x. And also on top of the 2x, I usually like to double or triple dip in these kind of things. So in this 2x event, we also have a targeted event for one of our current Assassin's Creed champions. We have this character here, Edward Kenway. Edward Kenway is the main character of the Assassin's Creed Black Flag game. So if we look over to his kit here, his A1 Privateer Blitz attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 75% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. Each hit will decrease a target's turn meter by 25% instead if the attack is critical. This effect cannot be resisted if this champion is under a Veil or Perfect Veil buff. His A2, Fan of the Hammer, attacks all enemies 2 times. The first hit steals all buffs from all enemies and decreases each enemy's turn meter by 20%. This effect cannot be resisted if this champion is under Veil or Perfect Veil buff. The second hit has a 75% chance of placing a sleep debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. This debuff will ignore any block buffs if the attack is critical. This effect cannot be resisted if this champion is under a Veil or Perfect Veil buff. Let's take a look at his A3 here. Between the Eyes. Attacks one enemy. Before attacking, places a Perfect Veil buff on this champion, as well as any other assassins on the team for 2 turns. Will ignore shield, stone skin, and block damage buffs. Places a block revive debuff if the target is killed. He's got 2 passives, let's take a look at them. Everything is permitted. Whenever an enemy's HP drops below 25% after receiving damage from any assassin, they receive additional bonus damage proportional to this champion's attack. This bonus damage will ignore 100% of the target's defense and cannot be critical. Passive number 2, Keelhaul. Each hit inflicted by this champion has 50% chance of placing a 100% ensnared debuff on their target for 2 turns. Whenever this champion kills an enemy, places a 100% ensnared debuff on all enemies for 2 turns and decreases their turn meter by 20%. These effects cannot be resisted if this champion is under a Veil or Perfect Veil buff. This champion inflicts 20% more damage against targets under ensnared debuffs. So this is a pretty interesting looking champion here. And he's one of the better Assassin's Creed collaboration champion. So this guy would be a decent champion to get, and he's definitely one to shoot for if you're able to and you have enough shards to do this pull. The other thing to consider here is that there is also part of the Titan event, a champion chase tournament going on. And it looks like someone is out there way in the lead right now with 11,500 points, so I'm not going to catch this person, but I'm not shooting for this anyway. But if I get some of these bonus items, that'll be alright. So we'll see what I can do here with this shard pulling event. I haven't done one in a while, and they're fun events to do, and everyone loves watching a shard pulling video, so let's have some fun with this. So heading on over to the summoning portal, I have 80 ancient shards. See if we can get some good legendaries here. 1 or 2 legendaries perhaps. Maybe. Let's start ripping some shards and see what happens. Coming in pretty quick here, and they have this glitch with their names popping up before the photos, which a lot of people don't like. Got a couple of epics in that one, but no legendaries. Try another one here. Nothing spectacular in that last one there. Nothing really that stood out. What do we have here? We have Athel. She was my starting character. Got another couple of epics in that. Let's try number 3 here. Well, we're getting some good epics here. We're definitely getting some double rates, which is good. Try one more here. Nulga's a good champion that I use quite a bit. Try one more, see what we got. All right, we got 3 epics in that, and we got no legendaries. I think I have, no, I don't have room for one more. All right, I cleared up some space in my champion roster there. I have 30 ancient shards left. Let's see if I can get a legendary out of this bunch here. Fencer, Gladiator, Spikehead, Spider. None there. Let's try one more. Ooh, we got one. Let's see what we got here. Preva the Slitherer. That's very interesting. Let's take a look at Preva. All right, Preva is a demon spawn support champion, and she looks pretty cool. I don't know how old or new this champion is. I don't see Preva quite a bit in the game, so let's take a look at her kit and see what she has here. On her 8-1, Bolt of Affliction, attacks one enemy, transfers all debuffs from this champion to the target. This effect cannot be resisted if this champion is under 3 or more debuffs. Interesting. Heals all allies by 25% of this champion's max HP, which is good. The heal is based off her HP and not the champion she's healing, so that's very good. Then place 60% increased defense buff and 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's a very good ability. Books down to 3 turns, so very useful. Her A3 is Seed of Corruption. Revives a single ally with 100% HP and 50% turn meter. Fully resets the cooldown of all allies. That's an excellent skill. So we have a reviver and a healer. Very good. Sacrificial Servant. At the start of this champion's turn, transfers 1 debuff from each ally to this champion. So she's kind of a cleansing champion as well, because if she can transfer debuffs to herself and then cleanse herself or pass them on to the enemies, it's actually even better than a cleanse, because she can take debuffs off her own champions and then pass them on to the enemies, which is very good. Will not transfer stun, sleep, freeze, provoke fear, true fear, petrification, or sheet debuffs. This effect cannot be resisted or blocked. Wow, that's very cool. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. This skill will not activate on duplicate copies of this champion if this particular champion is dead. At the end of this champion's turn, fills the turn meters of all allies by 10% and an additional 2% for each debuff on this champion. If there are multiple champions in the team with this skill, only one will activate. This skill will not activate on duplicate copies of this champion if this particular champion is dead. Alright, and she has a speed aura also of 20%, which is also very good because most legendaries that have a speed aura only have a 19%. So her speed aura is actually a little better than most legendaries. So this looks like a very good champion. She's a healer, and a reviver. So that's a very good thing. I know for me, I always love healers and revivers and cleansers. They're the best type of champion that you can build your team around when you're building a team, the support champions. So this is a very good champion, and I'm happy to have this champion on my team. So great stuff. So we got one more 10 pop there, which I'm going to save. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to save it up for the next event. We have more events obviously coming in February and March. In February, we're going to have a fusion that will likely be a companion type character fusion. Last year we had Esme with a companion Modo, and Esme was a very good fusion, so I'm expecting a pretty decent fusion coming this February for Valentine's Day, usually around Valentine's Day. And for March we're going to have the anniversary events, so I'm expecting a lot of Argonite champions to be released in March for the anniversary events, and I think March is going to be a massive month, so now will be a time where I'll be saving all my resources for March. So if we go over here into our tournaments tab and we go over into this champion chase tournament, I got some points now from this event. Looks like I got up to the legendary skill tome, which is very good. So I'll collect all these rewards. I'll collect that energy a little bit later. And those legendary skill tomes are always good to have handy to level up your champions and give them better skills. So thank you to everyone who stopped by again for today's video. I appreciate everyone who supports this channel. Always happy to have everyone watch these videos, and I'm happy to make the videos for you. Coming up here in the next couple of months, I'm probably going to have some Godforge videos and some Wuthering Wave videos as well. So if you like those games, stay tuned for those, and we'll see if I add any more. But I'll be always putting on more raid videos for you as well. Wishing everyone a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend ahead. Until next time,